Hi, and welcome to another video from the CTAD Clinic. My name is Dr. Mike Lloyd and I'm the Clinic Director. So in today's video we're going to be having an overview on derealization. This is quite an overlooked part of the dissociative spectrum and really doesn't feature that highly in most people's descriptions of presentation, although we do see this quite a lot clinically. It's often paired with depersonalization, and actually under the new terms of diagnosis, they used to be separate things, derealization and depersonalization. Now they're kind of joined together and we call this sort of the DPDR disorder. So it's a very difficult experience for people to have and to try and get across and try and explain. So I'll just go through the essential two elements of this in this video to help you really understand exactly what it is we're looking for when we're assessing for derealization. The definition of derealization, therefore, is this: an experience of other persons, objects, or the world as strange or unreal. For example, being dreamlike, distant, foggy, lifeless, colourless, or distorted in some way visually, and or feeling detached from one's surroundings. So it's that sense of disconnection or detachment is important, but also the sense that the external world around the person is changing or moving around somehow. So distant, foggy, becoming sort of strange in some way, or dreamlike, hazy. These are all sorts of different words that people describe when they're trying to get across what it feels like to have this derealization. There's also a sense that there's an unfamiliarity or a wrongness about people or places that may often seem familiar to that person. So that's the key first element, if we like, the essential feature. The second essential feature, and this is where we have to distinguish from, say, disorders of psychosis or schizophrenia, is that reality testing must remain intact. So the person must be having these experiences and be completely certain of where they are and who they are and what they're doing in the world, but an awareness that something is changing around them. So this means that we have to try and separate out the derealization experience from, say, people with psychosis who have delusions or different beliefs about being controlled by external forces and feel that the world is happening around them according to the nature of those delusions or external forces. So this is much an internal process of dissociation that takes place. And lastly, there's also a confusing feature that a lot of autistic people also experience derealization type symptoms, i.e. there's a strangeness to the tone or the colour or the perception of the world around them, especially under conditions of great stress. So we have to work with this to rule out all the usual stuff like drugs and alcohol and head injuries. Got to rule out psychotic or schizophrenic type presentations, and we have to take autism into account when we're thinking about this in order to make this diagnosis of derealization. So it's quite a complex little thing that exists within the overall view of dissociation. It's extremely important, and if we don't get this right, and the person can be very, very distressed by derealization responses, and it's very difficult often for them to be able to get that across to people as to what they're experiencing and the nature of it and the severity of it. So we work really hard within our setting in terms of our diagnostic process to take all these factors into account. So that's what I really wanted to go through today. I hope this is a helpful video. I will be doing lots more about depersonalization and derealization as we go along with these videos, but I thought it would be a nice little introduction just to give you an overview on exactly what it is. So thanks ever so much for watching. Please do all the usual stuff like subscribe, leave comments underneath the video. It's always great for us to be able to read these and connect to those. It's very enjoyable looking at what you write. So please do continue doing that, and in between now and the next video, please do take great care.